Hello, people. Hello, family. Hello, all the students. This is Mr. English for today. I am so great. I am so amazing. Nothing to complain in my life. Today, I am so great, because God protect me. Everything around me, works so well. That's why I stay here to say something for people to like to speak English because I see that there are many people, that have desire to speak English. Many people appreciate to speak English, but the people have lots of difficulty, and lots of difficult to speak English. For today, I have the simple word to you, bro. If you want to speak English, you need to understand something. English, is the process in life. That's why you need to study more. Study more is the good way that can help you to activate your English speak. You don't think that the English, drop off the sky. Not English, is something that you can read. You can read, you can study. If you don't study, you never speak English. You don't think that I will go to pray, because God gave me the wisdom to speaking. Not it doesn't happen, because English you want to speak the place that you born, the country that you born, baby don't speak English. That's why you need to learn English to help your life. English is so good. English is beautiful language in the world. That's why you see that many people fight to learn English, go to Siena to learn English because see that English is the language that gets to you opportunity around the world. When you speak English, you are able to get more opportunity in your life because many people around the world, speak English. Even if you go for China, even if you go to around the world, you are able to communicate well with English. That's why it is the time that you can get, to go to send off the English or go to someone to teach you English to help you to understand. It's important to learn one second language. When you learn one second language, I believe that you get more probability, you get more information, you get more thing in your life. For today, Mr. English only give the advice for for people to stay, for everybody, because I see that there are many students that like to speak English. I have desire to speak English, but don't make nothing. There are people that stay in this time, stay in the scene of the English, but don't grow up in English, don't understand well, don't speak well, have more difficulty to speak English. It's happened because you don't applicate any English. There are people when you go to center of to start English, you see that the people become so lazy. When you become so lazy, you never speak English well. You never grew up in English because English not is the language for people to become lazy. English is the people that make your sacrifice. The people to make a sacrifice is the people to activate your English in a good way because English is language that the more you applicate, the more you get knowledge, the more you become fluent in English. If you want to speak English well, if you want to understand well English, you need to understand, you need to spend your time, spend your time to read. Read is the good way to help you to speak good English and to understand the letter, because when you read, you train your listen, you train your brain. That's why it's important, to listen or to read, because when you read, you help more, your mind to process. Read more every book of the English, read the paper that have information about the English. It help you, even when you go to meeting to speak, you are able to give your contribution about the information that you have because one day you read. Another thing that I say for everybody is that you need to listen. Listen is the good way, is the good way, is the best way to people to want to speak English. Listen more people to speak English. Listen native to speak English. Listen people that speak English in different country, in different place. It's things that help you to understand well, to get good English. Listen, because if you only listen one person to speak English, I believe that you are able to get difficult to understand another one. That's why you need to understand. You need to listen more people to speak English, listen different people to speak English, listen American English, listen British English, listen Canadian English, listen different people to speak English, because when you make it, you activate your English skill. You activate your English skill. You are able to understand and to comprehend everybody to speak English. There are people that have difficult to speak for people that came for British. There are people that have difficult to speak to the people that came for America. It happened because you all accustomed to listen American English or British English. No matter the English that you follow, if you follow American English, if you follow British English, the most important thing that you need to input in your mind is that you need to listen everybody to speak English. Listen different people to speak English is the good way that can help you to activate your English skill, to activate your ability to understand the people to speak English. For example, when you go to Sena, to practice English, you are able to meet different people to speak English, people to speak British English, American English, every kind of English. That's why it's important to listen different people to speak different English. It is good for you, it is good for us, because you are able to understand everybody to speak English. For example, you follow American English, I appreciate people to speak American English. I don't fight about American English. But when you follow people to speak American English, you need to listen the people that don't follow American English, because it help you to understand another people to speak English, because there are words that the people can pronounce or pronunciation in American English. When you listen to British English, you are able to think that this man make mistake, but this man don't make mistake. It is all a different sound or different pronounce or pronunciation. That's why it's important to understand you are students, you study American English, but you need to listen different people to speak English in different countries. It is good for you, it is good for us. These advances for today is for everybody to speak English. No matter your country, no matter your place, no matter your village. The most important thing that you need to understand, when you become students of the English, you need to listen every people to speak English. Listen, all English is good for you, it's good for your life, it's good to increase your memory, it's good to increase your idea of English. If you don't make it, I believe that you become so bad. You become so bad because you all accustomed